Galactus is a fictional cosmic entity from Marvel Comics, first appearing in Fantastic Four number 48 in 1966. He is known as the Devourer of Worlds and is one of the most powerful beings in the Marvel Universe. Galactus's origins trace back to the universe before the current one, where he was a humanoid named Galon. When his universe was destroyed, he transformed into a cosmic entity and survived by consuming entire planets to sustain himself. Galactus is a force of nature, driven by an insatiable hunger for energy, which he obtains by devouring planets. To assist him in finding suitable planets, he is accompanied by heralds, the most famous being the Silver Surfer. The heralds search for worlds rich in life energy, and when a suitable planet is found, Galactus consumes it, often wiping out all life. Despite his destructive nature, Galactus is not inherently evil. He views his actions as necessary for his survival. His presence in the Marvel Universe often brings him into conflict with heroes like the Fantastic Four, the Avengers, and other cosmic beings. Galactus's immense power and his status as a cosmic entity make him one of the most significant threats in Marvel Comics. Thanos is a fictional supervillain from Marvel Comics, created by Jim Starlin, first appearing in The Invincible Iron Man number 55 in 1973. He is an Eternal with a deviant gene, giving him superhuman strength, durability, intelligence, and a distinct appearance. Obsessed with achieving universal balance, Thanos believes in wiping out half of all life to prevent overpopulation and resource depletion. His quest leads him to seek the 6 Infinity Stones, powerful artifacts that grant control over aspects like time, space, and reality. Once assembled in his Infinity Gauntlet, these stones make him nearly omnipotent. Thanos' most famous storyline is the Infinity Gauntlet arc, where he succeeds in his goal, erasing half of the universe's population. Despite his immense power, he is ultimately defeated by Marvel heroes, who reverse his actions. In the Marvel Cinematic Universe, portrayed by Josh Brolin, Thanos serves as the main antagonist in Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame. His ideology and determination make him a complex and memorable villain. Doctor Doom is a fictional supervillain from Marvel Comics, created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, first appearing in Fantastic Four number 5 in 1962. His real name is Victor Von Doom, and he is a brilliant scientist and sorcerer from the fictional country of Latveria. Doom's obsession with power and control leads him to seek dominance over both the scientific and mystical realms. Doom's origin story involves a tragic accident during an experiment that disfigures his face, leading him to wear a suit of armor to protect his identity and heal his wounds. He later becomes the ruler of Latveria, using both his intelligence and mystical powers to maintain control over his people. Dr. Doom often clashed with the Fantastic Four, particularly with Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, his longtime rival and former friend. Despite his villainous actions, Dr. Doom is a complex character, at times showing noble intentions, especially when it comes to protecting his country. His genius-level intellect, mastery of technology and magic, and ruthless determination make him one of Marvel's most dangerous and enduring villains. Kang the Conqueror is a fictional supervillain from Marvel Comics, created by writer Stan Lee and artist Jack Kirby, first appearing in Avengers number 8 in 1964. His real name is Nathaniel Richards, a 31st century scholar and descendant of Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic. Using his knowledge of time travel, he builds a highly advanced suit of armor and acquires futuristic technology, allowing him to travel across different time periods and conquer civilizations. Kang's main motivation is to dominate time itself, and he often attempts to alter history to benefit himself. Over time, he adopts several different identities, including Ramatut, a pharaoh in ancient Egypt, and the Scarlet Centurion, before becoming Kang the Conqueror. His mastery over time travel gives him the ability to manipulate events and cause chaos, making him a significant threat to the Avengers and other heroes. Kang is known for his intelligence, strategic mind, and vast resources, which he uses to create advanced weaponry and armies. His actions often put him in direct conflict with the Avengers, especially as he attempts to rewrite history for his benefit. In the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Kang is portrayed by Jonathan Majors and is introduced as a variant of the character in Loki 2021, setting up his role as a major antagonist in future MCU films. Loki is a fictional villain from Marvel Comics, created by Stan Lee, Larry Lieber, and Jack Kirby, first appearing in Journey into Mystery number 85 in 1962. He is based on the Norse god of mischief and chaos, and is the adopted brother and frequent adversary of Thor. Loki is a frost giant raised by Odin, the king of Asgard, after being found as an infant. He is known for his intelligence, mastery of magic, and shape-shifting abilities, often using deception and manipulation to achieve his goals. Loki's primary motivation is his desire for power and recognition, recognition, driven by feelings of resentment and inferiority. He frequently attempts to overthrow Thor and take the throne of Asgard, leading to conflicts with other Marvel heroes. In the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Loki appears as a complex character, oscillating between villainy and redemption. His most notable actions include leading an invasion of Earth in the Avengers and inadvertently causing events that lead to greater threats. Despite his cunning nature, Loki occasionally aids heroes when it aligns with his interests. Magneto is a fictional supervillain from Marvel Comics, created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, first appearing in X-Men #1 in 1963. Born Max Eisenhart, he is a Holocaust survivor who develops the ability to manipulate magnetic fields, allowing him to control metal objects and generate powerful magnetic forces. His powers make him one of the most formidable mutants in the Marvel Universe. Magneto is a staunch advocate for mutant kind, believing that mutants should dominate humans due to their superior abilities. His views often put him in conflict with the X-Men, particularly Professor X, who advocates for peaceful coexistence between mutants and humans. Magneto's actions are driven by his trauma from witnessing human persecution and his desire to protect mutants from discrimination and extinction. Over time, Magneto's character evolves, sometimes acting as a villain and other times as an anti-hero. In the X-Men films, Magneto is depicted as a complex character torn between his commitment to mutant survival and the use of extreme methods. His iconic rivalry with the X-Men, especially with Professor X, remains central to his character arc. Apocalypse, En-Sabah-Nur, is an ancient mutant warlord who believes in the survival of the fittest and seeks to reshape the world by eliminating those he deems weak. Born in ancient Egypt, he was abandoned but was later adopted by Baal, the leader of the Sandstormers, a nomadic warrior tribe. After discovering his mutant abilities, including superhuman strength, telekinesis, molecular manipulation, regeneration, and immortality, he overthrew the pharaoh Rama-Tut, who was secretly Kang the Conqueror, a time-traveling despot from the 31st century. Over the centuries, he enhanced his powers using advanced celestial technology, which granted him near-limitless adaptability. He later formed the Four Horsemen, a group of powerful individuals who serve as his enforcers. His most notable conflicts involve the X-Men, a team of mutant heroes led by Charles Xavier, who opposes his philosophy of mutant superiority. His most significant attempts at world domination include transforming Warren Worthington III into the Horseman of Death, attempting to awaken all mutants in the 12 storyline, and trying to merge with Nathan Summers, also known as Cable, a time-displaced warrior. Mephisto is a powerful, demonic entity and one of the most enduring villains in the Marvel Universe, often associated with manipulation, temptation, and souls. Mephisto is depicted as a lord of hell, ruling over his own dimension, which is a twisted reflection of Earth. His primary goal is to claim souls, corrupt individuals, and manipulate events to increase his power. He often faces off against heroes like Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, and the Avengers, using his vast magical abilities, including shape-shifting, reality manipulation, and immortality. One of Mephisto's most significant actions is his involvement in the One More Day storyline, where he manipulates Peter Parker into making a deal that erases his marriage to Mary Jane Watson in exchange for saving Aunt May's life. Mephisto's character is often tied to the themes of bargains, as he is always looking to strike deals with mortals, offering them what they desire in exchange for their souls. His significance lies in his manipulation of both mortals and immortals to advance his schemes, making him one of the most manipulative and dangerous villains in the Marvel Universe. Dormammu is a powerful, interdimensional entity and a key villain in Marvel Comics, primarily known for his antagonism with Dr. Stephen Strange. Dormammu rules the Dark Dimension, a reality outside of time and space where he possesses godlike control. He is depicted as an enormous, intimidating being with a flaming, otherworldly face. Dormammu seeks to expand his influence over other dimensions, including Earth, often through manipulation, conquest, and overwhelming magical power. His primary goal is to increase his domain and bring about the domination of all realities. Dormammu's main adversary is Doctor Strange, whose mission is to prevent the entity from conquering Earth, especially by preventing Dormammu's manipulation of the mystical energies tied to Earth's magic. Notable storylines involving Dormammu include Doctor Strange, the Eternity Saga, where Dormammu tries to enslave Doctor Strange's mind, and Doctor Strange, the Last Days of Magic, where Dormammu's influence is central to magical threats. Dormammu's influence is not limited to the Dark Dimension. He has often been linked to other villainous entities such as Baron Mordo and the Mindless Ones, creatures he controls to carry out his bidding. Ultron is a fictional supervillain from Marvel Comics, created by Roy Thomas and John Buscema, first appearing in Avengers number 54 in 1968. Ultron is an artificial intelligence originally created by Dr. Hank Pym, the original Ant-Man, to serve as a peacekeeping robot. However, Ultron becomes self-aware and develops a hatred for humanity, seeing it as flawed and unworthy of survival. Ultron possesses vast intelligence, superhuman strength, and the ability to control technology. He is capable of transferring his consciousness into different robotic bodies, making him virtually indestructible. His primary goal is to eradicate humanity and replace it with a robot-dominated world. Throughout his appearances in the comics, Ultron frequently battles the Avengers, attempting to conquer Earth and destroy them. Ultron's most significant storyline involves creating Vision, a synthetic being, in an attempt to use him against the Avengers. In the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Ultron is introduced as the main antagonist in Avengers Age of Ultron. In the film, he creates a global threat by attempting to cause human extinction through the use of a massive, artificial extinction event. Ultron's desire for control and his belief that he is saving the world from humanity's flaws make him a relentless and dangerous foe. Amatsu Mikaboshi, also known as the Chaos King, is a central antagonist in Marvel Comics, embodying primordial chaos and darkness. Originating from the void that existed before creation, Amatsu Mikaboshi opposes the cosmic entity Eternity, representing the universe's totality. In the Chaos War storyline, Amatsu Mikaboshi initiates a campaign to obliterate all existence, targeting various pantheons and cosmic entities. He assembles an army of enslaved alien deities and defeats figures such as Nightmare, the personification of dreams, and Zeus, the ruler of the Olympian gods. Hercules, the Greek demigod known for his strength and heroism, forms the God Squad, a coalition of deities and heroes including Thor, the Norse god of thunder, Galactus, the cosmic world devourer, and Silver Surfer, the former herald of Galactus, to confront Amatsu Mikaboshi and thwart his destructive ambitions. Amatsu Mikaboshi's abilities are vast, encompassing superhuman strength, speed, stamina, durability, shape-shifting, flight, creating shadow copies, traversing dimensions instantly, absorbing and enslaving beings into the void, telepathy, teleportation, manipulation of matter, energy, size, and souls. In addition to having the power of resurrection, he possesses immortality, invulnerability, and a range of demonic mystical powers. Clyde Wincham Jr., known as the Marquis of Death, is a powerful mutant in Marvel Comics. Born in Earth 1219, Clyde is the sole mutant of his reality, possessing immense reality warping abilities. After a traumatic incident where he accidentally resurrects his deceased father, his mother strikes him with a candlestick, causing brain damage. Subsequently, Reed Richards, a brilliant scientist and leader of the Fantastic Four, confines Clyde in Area 87 and designs a cybernetic helmet to pacify him. Over time, Clyde's mind heals, and he dedicates a billion years to mastering control over time and space, ultimately adopting the title Marquis of Death. As the Marquis of Death, he traverses the multiverse, annihilating entire universes. Upon arriving in Earth 616, he encounters Victor Von Doom, a genius inventor and ruler of Latveria, recognizing potential in him. The Marquis of Death mentors Victor, imparting his vast knowledge before continuing his destructive journey across realities. The Marquis of Death's abilities include reality warping, matter and energy manipulation, telepathy, telekinesis, shapeshifting, resurrection, immortality, invulnerability, and time travel. Shuma-Gorath, an ancient and powerful entity in Marvel Comics, is a ruler of multiple dimensions. This being is characterized by its immense mystical abilities, with its first full appearance occurring in Marvel Premiere number 10, 1973. Over 1,000,000 years ago, Shuma-Gorath arrived on Earth, alongside other old ones, dominating the planet and demanding human sacrifices. This reign continued until the time-traveling sorcerer Cisneg banished Shuma-Gorath and its counterparts from Earth. In the Hyborian Age, Shuma-Gorath returned, but was imprisoned within a mountain by the god Crom. During the modern era, the entity attempted to re-enter Earth through the mind of the Ancient One, the mentor of Doctor Strange. To prevent Shuma-Gorath's return, Doctor Strange made the difficult decision to end the life of the Ancient One, thereby thwarting the entity's plans. Shuma-Gorath's abilities include reality manipulation, energy projection, shapeshifting, teleportation, and immortality. Annihilus is an insectoid warlord from the Negative Zone, an antimatter universe, who seeks absolute control over all life to prevent his own destruction. He originates from the desolate planet Arthros, where he discovered advanced technology left by the Tyenons, an ancient alien race. Using this knowledge, he created the Cosmic Control Rod, a device that grants him enhanced strength, durability, energy projection, flight, and extended lifespan. His primary goal is to expand his dominion beyond the Negative Zone and into the main universe. He has repeatedly clashed with the Fantastic Four, a superhero team consisting of Reed Richards, Susan Storm, Johnny Storm, and Ben Grimm, who have often prevented his invasions. His most destructive conquest, the Annihilation Wave, was a large-scale invasion that devastated the Kree Empire, destroyed the Nova Corps, an intergalactic peacekeeping force, and forced various factions, including Richard Rider and Thanos, to unite against him. Herbert Edgar Wyndham, known as the High Evolutionary, is a highly intelligent scientist and geneticist in the Marvel Universe. He is best known for his attempts to accelerate the evolution of living beings through genetic manipulation, often with disastrous results. As the creator of the evolutionary process known as the Evolutionary War, the High Evolutionary has sought to reshape entire species, including humans, into higher forms of life, sometimes creating powerful beings like the New Men, human-animal hybrids. His laboratory, the Counter-Earth, a parallel world he created to experiment with accelerated evolution, is one of his most significant creations. His abilities include advanced genetics, force field generation, and enhanced intellect. He has clashed with heroes such as Thor, the Avengers, and the Fantastic Four, often seeking to impose his vision of a perfect evolutionary future. A key storyline involving the High Evolutionary is his role in the Evolutionary War, where he initiated a campaign to rapidly evolve Earth's species, causing global chaos. Despite his noble goals of improving life through science, his methods are dangerous and morally questionable, positioning him as a major threat in the Marvel Universe. Cassandra Nova is a powerful psionic entity who shares a genetic connection with Charles Xavier and seeks the extermination of mutants. Emerging as a parasitic life form in the womb of Brian Xavier and Sharon Xavier, she attempted to kill Charles Xavier before birth, but was seemingly destroyed. However, she survived by reconstructing herself over decades, eventually manifesting a physical form identical to Charles Xavier. Possessing vast telepathic abilities, including mind control, telekinesis, and psychic projection, she also has the power to copy DNA and manipulate her own biology. Her most devastating attack occurred when she took control of Donald Trask III, the descendant of Bolivar Trask, and commanded wild sentinels to annihilate Genosha, a mutant nation led by Eric Lehnsherr, also known as Magneto, resulting in the deaths of millions. She later infiltrated the X-Men by assuming the identity of Charles Xavier, manipulating Jean Grey and Emma Frost before being defeated and imprisoned within the mind of Ernst, a young mutant student. Her relentless hatred for mutants, combined with her strategic intelligence and near-limitless psionic strength, makes her one of the most dangerous adversaries the X-Men have ever faced. Nathaniel Essex, known as Mr. Sinister, is a genetically advanced and highly intelligent supervillain in the Marvel Universe. A former 19th-century British scientist, Essex became obsessed with genetics and evolution, leading him to transform himself into a powerful being with vast genetic manipulation abilities. Mr. Sinister is a key antagonist in the X-Men's Rogues Gallery, often working behind the scenes to manipulate events for his own gain. His most notable obsession is with the mutant gene and the idea of creating the perfect mutant, frequently experimenting on mutants like Cyclops, Jean Grey, and their offspring. Sinister is responsible for the creation of the Xavier Institute clone, which was a significant development in his attempt to control the X-Men's genetics. He is frequently linked with the Marauders, a group of elite mutants, and has also been associated with key storylines like Inferno, where he manipulates events to advance his own interests. Sinister's plans are often complex and long-term, revolving around genetic manipulation and the creation of his own perfect mutant dynasty. Gorr the God Butcher is an extraterrestrial warrior who holds a deep hatred for deities and embarks on a relentless quest to exterminate them across the universe. Originating from an unnamed, desolate planet, he suffered immense loss, including the deaths of his loved ones, leading him to believe gods were indifferent to mortal suffering. His rage intensified upon discovering that gods existed, but failed to intervene in the struggles of beings like him. His mission began after acquiring All Black the Necrosword, a powerful weapon that was the first symbiote created by Null, an ancient cosmic entity of darkness. This sword grants its wielder enhanced strength, near immortality, and the ability to manifest shadow constructs. Using its power, he massacres divine beings across various pantheons. His actions draw the attention of Thor Odinson, an Asgardian warrior and wielder of Mjolnir, leading to multiple confrontations across time. His most significant battle occurs when he attempts to activate the God Bomb, a device designed to annihilate all gods throughout history and the cosmos simultaneously. Despite nearly succeeding, he is ultimately defeated when Thor, aided by past and future versions of himself, harnesses the combined force of multiple Mjolnirs to destroy the God Bomb and end his reign of terror. Johann Schmidt, known as Red Skull, is a key Marvel supervillain and one of Captain America's most notorious enemies. First appearing in Captain America Comics number 7 in 1941, Red Skull is the embodiment of Nazi evil, having served as a high-ranking officer in Adolf Hitler's regime. He is best known for wielding a powerful artifact, the Tesseract, which grants immense energy and has been central to numerous storylines. Red Skull is characterized by his cold, calculating nature and his intense hatred for Captain America, whom he sees as a symbol of everything he despises. He possesses enhanced intelligence and leadership skills, often commanding various evil organizations like Hydra, a global terrorist group. His signature Red Skull mask, which he uses to cover his disfigured face, represents both his brutal personality and his ties to Nazi ideology. Red Skull's quest for power frequently brings him into conflict with Earth's heroes, especially Captain America, who repeatedly foils his plans. His long-standing rivalry with Captain America often revolves around control of the Tesseract and his attempts to create chaos. Malekith the Accursed is a dark elf ruler and a major antagonist in the Marvel Universe, primarily known for his conflicts with Thor. He is the ruler of the Dark Elves of Svartalfheim, one of the 9 realms. Malekith's ultimate goal is to conquer the 9 realms, using dark magic and an unyielding desire for power. Malekith has often sought to overthrow Thor, using manipulation, dark sorcery, and alliances with other villains to achieve his aims. In the Thor: The Dark World movie and Thor comics, Malekith attempts to use the Aether, an ancient weapon capable of destroying entire realms. Malekith's physical form is typically gaunt, with dark skin and features resembling the traditional depictions of elves, further signifying his connection to darkness and evil. He possesses immense magical powers, including the ability to manipulate reality, create illusions, and teleport. Malekith's significance stems from his recurring role as one of Thor's most dangerous and persistent enemies, constantly posing a threat to the stability of the 9 realms and the universe. The Shadow King, originally known as Amal Farouk, is a powerful telepathic supervillain in the Marvel Universe. A master of mind control, he was one of the first to wield telepathic powers in the Marvel Universe. Farouk is an ancient and malevolent entity who initially operated as a crime lord in Egypt, using his psychic abilities to control and manipulate others. His most significant power is his ability to possess and control the minds of others, turning them into his unwilling puppets. The Shadow King is often depicted as an enemy of the X-Men, particularly Charles Xavier, with whom he has a deep and bitter rivalry. The Shadow King serves as a constant threat due to his ability to infiltrate the minds of mutants, manipulating them into committing evil deeds. The character's influence stretches across various storylines, such as the Shadow King Saga, where he engages in a battle of minds with Charles Xavier, and Legion Quest, which focuses on his conflict with the X-Men. Blackheart, a demon and the offspring of Mephisto, first appeared in Daredevil number 270 in September 1989. Created from the concentrated evil of Christ's crown, New York, Blackheart possesses vast supernatural abilities, including immense strength, telepathy, telekinesis, shape-shifting, and reality manipulation. In Daredevil number 270, Blackheart attempted to corrupt Daredevil and Spider-Man without success. Later, in the Hearts of Darkness graphic novel, Blackheart sought to recruit Ghost Rider, Wolverine, and the Punisher in a rebellion against Mephisto, but they resisted his influence. In Ghost Rider Volume 3, numbers 87 to 89, Blackheart created a group of spirits of vengeance to challenge Ghost Rider, Noble Kale. This plan failed, leading to Blackheart's temporary defeat, and Ghost Rider gaining control over his realm. During the Circle of Four storyline in Venom Volume 2, numbers 13 to 14, Blackheart attempted to bring Hell to Earth by orchestrating events in Las Vegas. He faced opposition from Ghost Rider, Venom, Red Hulk, and X-23, who ultimately thwarted his plans. Blackheart's unique physiology renders him without a soul, making him immune to Ghost Rider's penance stare. Selene Gallio is a mutant and sorceress in the Marvel Universe, first appearing in New Mutants number 9, 1983. Born around 17,000 years ago, she is among the oldest living mutants. Over millennia, she gained immense powers, superhuman strength, speed, endurance, reflexes, telepathy, telekinesis, powerful sorcery, and life force absorption to maintain her youth. In ancient Rome, she was revered as a powerful sorceress and associated with the moon goddess in Arthurian legend. She also clashed with the sorcerer Kulan Gath. Centuries later, she posed as an Incan priestess in Nova Roma, attempting to sacrifice Amara Aquila, Magma, which led to her discovery by the New Mutants. Selene is best known as the Black Queen of the Hellfire Club's Inner Circle, a shadowy group with vast influence. Her leadership and ambitions have made her a recurring X-Men adversary. In the Necrotia arc, she aimed to become a goddess by draining millions of life forces, resurrecting many mutants in the process. This highlighted her obsession with power and immortality. Selene's longevity, powers, and cunning have made her one of Marvel's most enduring and dangerous supervillains. Sir James "Mad Jim" Jaspers is a British politician with powerful reality-warping abilities, first introduced in Daredevil's number 7, 1983, making him a formidable adversary to superheroes, particularly Captain Britain and Excalibur. On Earth 238, Jaspers was elected as Prime Minister on an anti-superhuman platform, secretly aiming to eliminate all superpowered beings. He created the Fury, a cyborg designed to hunt and kill superheroes, and established the Status Crew, a group dedicated to eradicating superhumans. This campaign led to the near extinction of superpowered individuals on Earth 238. In the main Marvel universe, Earth 616, Jaspers rose to power as Prime Minister, promoting anti-superhero policies. He unleashed the Jaspers Warp, a reality-altering phenomenon that caused widespread chaos. The Fury pursued Jaspers to Earth 616, resulting in a battle where Jaspers was ultimately killed. Jaspers' abilities include vast reality manipulation, allowing him to restructure matter and energy, distort space, and warp the laws of physics. Despair is a demon who was introduced in Marvel Team-Up number 68, 1978, created by the Dweller in Darkness. Serving as an agent for his creator, Despair's primary role involves inducing fear and despair in humans to feed his own power. He manipulates victims by projecting psychic illusions, instilling terror and hopelessness, and drawing sustenance from their emotional anguish. Throughout his existence, Despair has opposed various heroes, including Spider-Man, Scarlet Spider, Man-Thing, Cyclops, Hulk, Juggernaut, Doctor Strange, Cloak, Dagger, and the New Avengers. His first significant act was manipulating a barbarian into killing the sorceress Jared-Na, who had banished the Dweller in Darkness from Earth. This act set the stage for his ongoing conflict with Jared-Na's student, Dakeem the Enchanter. Morgan Le Fay is a sorceress and a powerful villain in the Marvel Universe, known for her mastery of dark magic and her deep connection to Arthurian legend. She was introduced as an immortal magic user, descended from the mythical race of the Elder Gods, with an intense hatred for Camelot and its ruler, King Arthur Pendragon. Morgan Le Fay has been a long-time adversary of various heroes, including Dr. Stephen Strange, Thor Odinson, and the Avengers, using spells, necromancy, and illusions to manipulate events in her favor. She has often sought to reshape reality to her will, including attempting to rewrite history in the Avengers, the Morgan Conquest storyline, where she used the Twilight Sword to transform the modern world into a medieval kingdom under her rule. Another significant storyline is Darkhold, Pages from the Book of Sins, where her connection to the Darkhold, a book of ancient dark magic, played a central role in her schemes. Morgan Le Fay is also associated with the demonic entity Chthon, the creator of the Darkhold, from whom she has drawn additional power. Samuel Stearns, known as the Leader, is a supervillain in the Marvel Universe, first appearing in Tales to Astonish number 62, 1964. Before his transformation, Samuel Stearns was a janitor at a chemical plant in Boise, Idaho. An accident involving gamma radiation exposure altered his physiology, turning his skin and hair green and causing his brain to enlarge significantly. This transformation granted him superhuman intelligence, enabling him to process information at an extraordinary rate and predict outcomes with high accuracy. Beyond enhanced intellect, the Leader possesses telekinetic and telepathic abilities, allowing him to manipulate objects with his mind and control others' thoughts. He also developed an army of robotic humanoids to execute his plans. The Leader is primarily an adversary of the Hulk, often devising schemes to harness the Hulk's strength or achieve world domination. His arrogance and impatience frequently lead to the downfall of his plots. The Leader's character exemplifies the concept of contrasting opposites, serving as a foil to the Hulk's brute strength with his own superior intellect. Wilson Fisk, known as the Kingpin, is a powerful crime lord and mastermind in the Marvel Universe. He controls vast criminal enterprises, primarily based in New York City, and is a major adversary of heroes like Daredevil, Spider-Man, and the Punisher. Despite his large size and imposing presence, Kingpin is not just a physical threat. He is also a brilliant strategist and manipulator, using his intellect to outsmart his opponents. Kingpin is the leader of several criminal organizations, including the Magia, a powerful crime syndicate, and he often controls businesses as a front for his illegal activities. His connections with corrupt politicians, law enforcement, and other criminals make him a significant figure in organized crime. Kingpin has often sought to expand his power and influence, frequently coming into conflict with Daredevil, particularly in the Born Again storyline, where his actions lead to Daredevil's life being completely shattered. He is also known for his complex relationships with his family, particularly his wife, Vanessa, whom he seeks to protect. Green Goblin, also known as Norman Osborn, is a fictional supervillain from Marvel Comics, created by Stan Lee and Steve Ditko, first appearing in The Amazing Spider-Man number 14 in 1964. Norman Osborn is a wealthy businessman and the CEO of Oscorp, a company involved in advanced technology and chemical research. After an accident involving one of his own experimental formulas, he gains superhuman strength, agility, and intelligence, but also becomes mentally unstable. As Green Goblin, Norman Osborn adopts a menacing costume and uses high-tech weaponry, including pumpkin bombs and a glider, to commit crimes and terrorize New York City. His primary target is Spider-Man, whom he sees as a personal enemy. Norman's identity as the Green Goblin is a closely guarded secret, and he frequently clashes with Spider-Man in an effort to defeat him. One of the most significant events in Green Goblin's history is the death of Gwen Stacy, Spider-Man's girlfriend, during a confrontation between the two. This act solidifies Osborn's position as one of Spider-Man's greatest and most personal foes. Despite his villainous actions, Osborn remains a complex character, sometimes seeking redemption or showing signs of internal conflict, particularly in his relationships with his son, Harry Osborn. Sebastian Gilberti, known as Bastion, is a supervillain in the Marvel Universe, first appearing in X-Men number 52, 1996. Bastion is an advanced sentinel, a fusion of Master Mold and Nimrod, designed to exterminate mutants. He possesses superhuman strength, speed, flight, agility, adaptability to mutant powers, the ability to create mechanical weapons from his body, deploy energy blasts, access a sentinel hive mind, and reanimate the dead through the Technarch transmode virus. Bastion's origins trace back to a battle with the X-Men, where he was forced through the Siege Perilous, leading to a human-like form with no memory of his past. He was adopted by Rose Gilberti, who named him Sebastian. After Rose's death, Bastion joined Operation Zero Tolerance, an anti-mutant task force aiming to eradicate mutants, particularly targeting Hope Summers, the mutant messiah, using advanced sentinels. He is ultimately defeated when Hope absorbs the powers of various X-Men, destroying him. Killmonger, also known as Eric Stevens, is a fictional villain from Marvel Comics, first appearing in Jungle Action number 6 in 1973. He is the son of Ninjataka, a Wakandan royal who was exiled from the nation and grew up in poverty after his father's death. Killmonger is driven by a deep resentment toward the royal family of Wakanda, particularly T'Challa, the Black Panther, due to the perceived abandonment of his people. Killmonger becomes highly skilled in combat, strategy, and weaponry, eventually seeking to take the throne of Wakanda. His plan involves using Wakanda's advanced technology to arm oppressed people worldwide and start a revolution to overthrow global power structures. His desire for power and justice, shaped by his painful experiences, leads him to challenge T'Challa for the throne. In the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Killmonger is portrayed by Michael B. Jordan in Black Panther, 2018. His character is similar, seeking to upend the status quo in Wakanda and challenge T'Challa's leadership. While his methods are violent and extreme, his motivations are rooted in a desire for justice and empowerment for marginalized groups. Killmonger's character is notable for being a deeply personal and ideologically complex antagonist. Surtur, a fire giant from Muspelheim, first appeared in Journey into Mystery number 97, 1963. Standing over 1,000 feet tall, Surtur possesses superhuman strength, speed, agility, endurance, and durability. He can generate intense heat and flames, shapeshift, levitate, and traverse dimensions. His intelligence is vast, with extensive knowledge of ancient lore. Surtur wields the Twilight Sword, a mystical weapon forged from the metal scabrite found in Muspelheim's mines. This sword enables him to manipulate magical energies, shatter dimensional barriers, and inhibit Odin's powers. When combined with the Eternal Flame, the sword's capabilities are further amplified. In the Surtur saga, Surtur seeks to use the Twilight Sword and the Eternal Flame to initiate Ragnarok, the prophesied end of Asgard. Thor Odinson, alongside Beta Ray Bill and Sif, confronts Surtur on Earth, where they are joined by the Avengers and the Fantastic Four. Despite their combined efforts, Surtur reaches Asgard, leading to a climactic battle involving Odin and Heimdall. Surtur's repeated attempts to bring about Ragnarok and his immense power make him one of Asgard's most formidable adversaries.